is Beta Canon to you?
Honestly, for Star Trek specifically, because that's pretty much where it came from, memory beta, it's by and large anything related to the show that's not on screen. So it could be so much as somebody writes a novel just based on the show. William Shatner writes a novel based on his wildest imagination. Or it could even be like something I just got, the novelization of Generations, where they mention something in the book that wasn't in the movie. Technically, that is canon, but if someone comes along and contradicts it on screen later, then it's not. So, it's really kind of a grab bag of just anything that you're not seeing on screen.
I kind of see like a hierarchy here. You have what is on the TV show or movie is what most people consider prime. That is the top of the canon chain for me. You have books, you have video games. How does this hierarchy feel to you?
Okay, so for me, the hierarchy, I think, comes in several levels. So, for instance, if you're taking an episode of a show, whether it's Doctor Who, whether it's Star Trek, and you novelize an episode of the show, and you may expand upon and add a little bit of additional information, to me, that's almost a canon. You're just taking what was already seen in viewing, and then especially if it's the same person who writes the novelization that writes the actual story that you saw on TV, to me, that's like A+ and A-. It's just adding to what you've already seen. But then you've got your B-level canon or your beta canon, which are expanded of that. But I'm wondering if there's also a level C level, or where that it goes completely off the rails, almost like fan fiction. And when Grace, I'm sure you can elaborate, on that. But are there levels? But back to your question, Clarence, if it contradicts something, I think going into anything that is not on television for me, or the prime story, I go in with a little bit of grain of salt, knowing that something may contradict something. You know what I'm saying? So I would be more upset if an episode of TNG contradicted an episode of DS9 that was on at the same time. That would be more distressing to me than reading a novelization of TNG 10 years down the road.
Beta canon a lot of times can go places like after an episode is over. Oh, what happened after that episode? It just really can enhance what's already there.